On the back burner, I have 5 cups of water on medium-high. The water is almost to a boil, and at this point is when I add 1 tablespoon of salt. I add it when the water is heated because it dissolves easier. Now this is 1 pound of ground beef, and for some reason I'm adding it to the pan now. I'm not sure why I did that, but it's okay. We'll be coming right back to it. Okay, here I'm rinsing 4 large russet potatoes, thinly sliced. And don't be a tea and rinse them this way. Just put them in a big bowl and fill it up with water. Move the potatoes around some and then drain the water. I don't know why I was rinsing them this way. I got halfway through and thought, well, I already started, so I'm just going to keep going. And then add it to the pan. Now I'm breaking my meat up. Cook the meat until it is brown. And I don't really measure my salt and pepper. I just run it around the pan 2 or 3 times. It may be a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. It doesn't really need much because you're going to be adding beef broth later, and the beef broth already has salt. Now here is a 1/2 cup of flour. You want to make sure that that's fully incorporated. I add flour because the flour is a thickening agent. When combined with the beef broth and the beef fat, it thickens the mixture. One tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I wish I could say that. And 1 tablespoon of thyme. Now I have the burner set to medium-low, almost to medium. You want to place the lid on the pan and heat until boiling. And then remove the lid, stir well. And add a 12-ounce bag of frozen peas and carrots. And now replace the lid and heat until boiling. And at this point you want to remove the lid, stir, and You want this to cook on medium-low, stirring occasionally. You want some of the water to evaporate. This will help thicken it up along with the flour. Now here, the potatoes, I tested the potatoes. They were soft, and so I'm just draining them. Well, hello. Now here I'm adding 1 cup of milk. Here I added about 5 tablespoons of margarine, but you can add butter. And then I mix it. First I mash it up really well with the potato masher, and then I blend it with the blender. The reason why I blend after I mash it up is because otherwise it will cause a huge mess. And that's a good creamy consistency. Just keep cooking the mixture until about 1/3 of the liquid has evaporated. And at this point you can turn the burner off and add your mixture to your 9 by 12 inch baking dish. Now the reason why I have the baking dish on my stove while I was cooking is you don't want to thermal shock your glass pans. So it's always a good idea to have your pan warmed up. So I place it on my oven so that it's not cold when I add my meat mixture. And don't be a tea and put your lid on your mashed potatoes at this point. I should have put the lid on right after I blended them. You don't want them to get dried out. I just forgot and didn't realize it until now. You want to let this sit and cool for about 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm testing it with my spoon. See how it doesn't stick to my spoon? That's what you want, because when you add the potatoes, you want the potatoes to sit on top of the mixture. If you try to add the potatoes while it's still really hot, the potatoes will just sink down into your mixture. And then I just add little spoonfuls of potatoes everywhere evenly until I've got it all in there, and then I smooth it out. Now at this point you want to let it cool for about 20 minutes or so. It depends on how cool your house is. Wintertime won't take as long. Summertime may take longer. You want it to cool so that it comes out solid like this. Otherwise, it'll just be runny. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope this helps you in your journey towards a happier, healthier house and home. Here, you can click on one of my other videos. Oh, come on. You know you want to.